Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for the 5 talking points between Ford Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest game. Have a smile on my face, which is unusual because Manchester United travelled to the City Ground and lost 2-1 against Nottingham Forest. 2 goals from the Minguez and Gibbs White got Nottingham Forest to win, and the Rashford goal, unfortunately, which was the equalising goal at one stage, wasn't enough to give Manchester United a bit of momentum. Again, this will be the last ever show of 2023. Don't worry, I'm sure people were like, sorry, what? The last 5 talking point show of 2023. 2024 is getting ever closer, and looking forward to New Year. And obviously, we'll still have the usual content coming up in the new year as well. So, hope you all have a happy new year. But let's jump in to the last show, and then we can all have a bit of time off. Right, here they are, the stats for that game. Let me just move my head over here. If I can't, ruby jubbly. So, Nottingham Forest had 8 shots, Manchester United had 10. Nottingham Forest shots on target 2, Man United 5. Nottingham Forest's possession is 45%, Manchester United's 55%. The XG, funny enough, surprises me because I thought Forest would have had more XG, but I checked FootMob, and they have more. We have more XG. It's not, again, some would say fairly poor game, attacking wise, but there you have it. The XG, Nottingham Forest 0.74, Man United 0.77. Aerial drills, Nottingham Forest 57.1%, Manchester United 42.9%. Nottingham Forest made 394 passes to Manchester United 478, and the pass accuracy 78%, Nottingham Forest 81%, Manchester United. So again, I mean, let's all look at it and say, wasn't a great game for Manchester United. I'll get into the stats. I mean, probably my only man of the match was Ahmad. Yeah, a substitution. Only come back from injury. Played, half hour, 20 minutes or so. I think it was a bit more. And, yeah, funny. But let's jump into the 5 talking points again. Let us know your thoughts on the game. Let us know your favourite moment on the channel this year as well, if you're watching. And, yeah, let's jump into talking point number 1. Again, not only has inconsistency not only has it striked again, it's always been a problem, but when we thought maybe we were going to build on a bit of form, the inconsistency is still shown. Dare I say it, and I'm going to say it, Manchester United are probably the most inconsistent team in the Premier League. Probably in Europe, but that's probably gone a bit too far stretched. I think we are the most inconsistent team in the Premier League. We can't finish. We have 1 or 2 good games a month. Yeah, a month. Chelsea and Aston Villa were 2 good games in December. I mean, Manchester United for me. I look at this team and I have no faith. I don't trust my own team. Like, imagine sitting here. I love Manchester United. I mean, I do content because I love them, and I'm sitting here saying I'm not sure whether I can trust this team. Because even though it beat Aston Villa, I expect us to beat Wigan in a week, but we could bow out that competition easy as. So yeah, I don't know, inconsistency all over the pitch. It's a big problem. We cannot build a good run. If we beat Forest yesterday, we would have been 2 points behind Tottenham. We could have went to play Tottenham at Old Trafford on the 14th of January, I think it is, and we could have closed the margin. We cannot go on a run. We are not consistent. Ten Hag saying, we can compete with any team in the Premier League. How? How can Manchester United compete with every team in the Premier League? You're telling me we can compete with Man City? Sorry, pal. Liverpool? Sorry, pal. Arsenal? No. Aston Villa? No. Yeah, we beat them at home, but if that was away, we lose that game. And I was even thinking about it after the match. when we beat them. I thought if that was away, we lose that game. 3 or 4-0 or 1 maybe. So for me, Manchester United just are poor. I mean, I don't trust anyone on that team. And I'm going to move on to Eric Ten Hag in the latter stages of this show. But at the moment, the inconsistency is becoming a big problem, and this season has already been a big write-off at the moment as it is. And where are we now in the league? 7th or 8th? We'll probably end up finishing there, unfortunately. So yeah, talking point number 2. Anthony needs replacing. Now listen, when we signed Anthony, for 1 million, sorry, 1 million, 100 million. I thought we overpaid for this guy. He's only scored. I think he's probably only scored 2 or 3 goals since coming to Manchester United. I think the last team he scored against was, I can't even tell you. Was it Nottingham Forest when we beat them 2-0? I can't tell you the last time. I actually sit here and I cannot tell you when Anthony last scored a goal, and that's bad. That's bad. So Anthony, for me, just I know Ten Hag signed him, and Anthony was probably a brilliant player at Ajax, but different league. Football's a lot tougher, a lot more quicker. It's different in all aspects. And Anthony just cannot do it. People saying, one-trick pony. He barely cuts inside and shoots on his left foot anymore. He doesn't do that. And defenders know how to get to him. Anthony, for me, gets knocked off the ball too easy. Tries to do all these perfect skills. Doesn't do the simple thing. The whole team obviously doesn't do all of that either. Or does all of that. Doesn't do the simple thing. Makes things awkward. Gets knocked off the ball too easy. Anthony, for me, just, I hope he can find his form at Manchester United, but, it's nearly a season and a half he's been at the club, and I don't even think he hasn't scored. He hasn't reached the heights that he should be reaching as a Manchester United player. Again, it's not his fault we spent that much amount of money on him. It's not his fault. It's Manchester United being, poor structure, all that. And anyways, that's not his fault that we overpaid for. But we need to see, again, if we spend, say, 40, 50 million on him, we probably wouldn't be as harsh on the lad. But that price tag is big pressure on him. And I just think he just doesn't work with it's funny, he doesn't work with the system Ten Hag plays. The only player that Ten Hag has signed from Ajax that has worked out is Lisandro Martinez. And he's been a big miss since he's got that injury against Arsenal early on in the season. I like Anthony, but I feel like he just needs a bit of time out. That's all I think he needs. Let us know what you think of what we should do with Anthony. For me, I just think like he needs a bit of time out. We're not going to sell him anytime soon. No doubt about that. Hopefully it's not like on our Jadon Sancho where we sign him and then he goes quiet and goes under the radar, and we're screwed, and then no team will want him. We'll end up getting 40 million for the lad. So, talk point number 3. Ahmad was brilliant. I mean, I think just kind of fits well talking about Ahmad. After that game, Ahmad came on. We scored when he was on the pitch. He looked a bit fresh. He was running at defenders, helping our defence, getting stuck in. He was good, and he showed me since he came on. When he came on, replacing Anthony. I think Anthony came off because of a hamstring injury. So whether that's Ahmad for me just played a lot better than probably the whole attack did for the whole game, and he only played 20 minutes. So for me, Manchester United, Ahmad, I want to see him play against Wigan. I want to see him play against Tottenham. I want to see this lad play. He smashed it at Sunderland. Give him a chance at Manchester United, because I think he can do the job. And Pelistri as well is also a good little winger. Pelistri, good little winger. Get him in there. Say nothing. I don't know why he's not getting. I know he's only back from injury and all that. So can't fault Ten Hag for that. But play him against Wigan in the FA Cup and play him against Tottenham Hotspur. That's why. That's Anthony. If Anthony's, injured or not, play Ahmad because he's bright and I like him. Talk about again. Let us know what you think about Ahmad. I just think he was doing a lot better, a lot more quicker with him. Looked more of a threat with him up there, but fortunately it wasn't enough. Talk about number 4, Ten Hag. I feel like he cost the game for us yesterday, taking off Kobe Manu at half time and bringing on Scott McTominay. And there was a time in the match where I maybe thought maybe Kobe Manu picked up a bit of a knock and he had to come off. But the bad thing about it is Ten Hag said it was a tactical sub and he has no regrets. That scares me. And I like Ten Hag and I back Ten Hag, but I question Ten Hag. And if he's going to keep making these rash, stupid decisions, it'll come to the stage where I'll be sitting here saying, Ten Hag, you have to go. I might even come to that because you might be gone before anyone comes to that. But his decision making for me this season has not been great. And I've backed Ten Hag since he came in. I just feel like that sub. I don't know what his obsession is with Scott McTominay. I'm not saying that sub was the main reason why we lost the game. But you look at the 2 goals. The midfield was nowhere. The defense wasn't great either. I'll admit that. Johnny Evans, especially the second goal, he could have blocked it, and then he decides to just move his body. Literally, he's looking at him, and then he decides to get out of the way. Block it. Block it. And Nottingham Forest, the 2 goals he scored were as easy as pie. And I want to get on to talk about number 5 in a sec. But Manchester United, Ten Hag just, he doesn't have that swag about him. When he came in last season, he was making decisions and he worked out to the maximum. This season, I don't think the players really, I hope these players don't throw, what I'm trying to say is I hope these players, again, I feel like we should be sacking some of the players, not the manager. Because some of the players are lazy, don't get stuck in, they're only there for the payday. But the sub Ten Hag made, I don't know what it was. And coming out and saying you don't even regret it and it was tactical will make people question you even more. That's all I'm going to say. It's just the midfield. You're playing literally 3 midfielders who like to attack. Eriksen, McTominay, and Bruno. Manu, we went in at half-time 0-0. Yeah, it was all Nottingham Forest, but Manu there was okay. He had a good 45 minutes, and they would take him off. I said it in the watch song in the post-match show. You make that sub bringing on McTominay if you're losing by a goal or 2 with 5 minutes to spare, and then you're looking for a comeback. Not at half-time and it's 0-0. You're still in the game. So yeah. Talk about number 5. Conceded too many cutbacks. Now again, I can sit here and I cannot and I can. The 2 goals that Forest conceded yesterday could have been better defended, midfield and defence. But the cutbacks are a big problem. Dominguez cutback. We scored a cutback against Brighton. I'm actually sitting here and we conceded too many cutbacks and it's becoming a big problem. There's a lot of problems there, and the cutbacks should be better defended. On the edge of the box. If you take a shot against Manchester United on the edge of the box or anything, it's in. The cutbacks are scoring, aren't tap-ins. They should be better. The goalkeeper should do better, and so should the defence. It's disgraceful in Manchester United at the moment. It's conceding everywhere. And the 2 goals Dominguez did score one. The 2 goals Forest scored before Dominguez got the foot to his goal and Gibbs White got the foot to his goal. I just already knew that's going in. cutbacks were the most. Were I just don't know what the big problem is in Manchester United at the moment, but we need to work on the consistency. Anthony, Ten Hag, get Ahmad in that team a lot more. The cutbacks, defense, just need everything because I feel like Ten Hag's time is running out, and these players know how to get manager sacked, and they'll happily do it again. Hopefully not though. Hopefully Ten Hag doesn't get sacked. But look, that's been the 5 talking points for the Nottingham Forest versus Manchester United game. Let us know if you thought I missed anything. Let us know your thoughts on the game. Please like, comment, hit that big red subscribe button, follow our socials, links in the description. Hope you all had a great Christmas and hope you all have a happy new year. I appreciate the support on the channel the last 12 months in 2023. I think we've reached 200, 300 more subscribers more since the start of the year, which is good, which is good. But hopefully 2024 is a better year for the channel and everyone watching. Appreciate all the love and support across all socials. We've actually grown a lot more since the 1st of December, funny enough. Obviously the start of the year, but things are getting bigger and better. And we're all in 2024. But until then, enjoy the rest of 2023. But have a happy new year for 2024. Happy new year. Have a good one, Reds, and I'll speak to you all on 2024.